Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Wednesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I am Glenora Shipura. In the news tonight, Statistician General Alex Shimwafeni has shared the preliminary census results, which stands at just over 3 million citizens. The Khomas region accounts for almost 500,000 citizens. Let's take a look.
And then Khomas region, we are talking of almost 500,000 of people in Khomas. And Samora Machel constituency being the highest with 92,401 people. And then Katutura East, I'm actually from that constituency. We are the lowest at 22,940 in Khomas. And then Kunene region, that's the population 120,762 people. And the Pupa is the constituency with the most people, whereas Sesfontein is the lowest constituency population-wise. Wangwena region, 337,000 people, 729, with Enana being the most populated constituency of 35,304, while Omdangilo is at 15,009 people. And then Omaheke got 102,881 people, with Hobabas being the largest constituency in terms of population, and Epukiro 7,880 people. Umsati region has got 316,000 people, 671, where Otapi is most populated with 53,594.
Still on the census preliminary results, Prime Minister Sarah Kukongwela Amadila has highlighted the need for updated statistics, saying it is crucial for planning.
Statistics is important in governance as it enables informed decision-making. In fact, it is said that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. The population and housing census, having been undertaken against the background of a difficult economic and thus public revenue situation, stands as a clear testimony of our government's commitment to ensuring availability of reliable data.
Before we continue with the next of our top stories, let's go for a quick commercial break.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouth-watering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
In our next story, drugs valued over $80,000 Namibian confiscated in Walvis Bay. 2 drug busts were made by the police in the Erongo region. Warrant Officer Tuyeni Kelau Tashia confirmed that suspects were found in possession of drugs during a police operation on Tuesday, the 12th of March 2024 at about 9:45 p.m. in a house in Semnyoma Avenue, Walvis Bay. 80 Mandrex tablets and 1,336 grams of cannabis skunk valued at $76,400 million were confiscated. We arrested a Namibian female who's 28 and a male suspect, age unknown, is still at large. The arrested suspects will be charged with contravening Section 2 ABCD Act 41 of 1971 dealing/possession of cannabis, mandrakes, and crack cocaine. In a second bust made on Tuesday, a Namibian male who's 34 was arrested during an intelligence-led police operation on the 12th of March at about 4:30 p.m. in a flat at Kalahari Court, Narraville, Walvis Bay. He allegedly had 7 full and 4 halves of mandrakes tablets, 23 units of suspected crack cocaine, and 113 grams of cannabis skunk. The estimated value of the drugs is valued at 9,030 Namibian dollars. In our next story, acting CEO of Namibia Tourism Board, Bonnie Mindizo, provides information on ITB Berlin, the world's largest tourism trade fair, where they participated.
It is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, trade fair in Europe, in Western Europe. And that's where people meet and all industry players meet. And each and every other country who are busy in destination marketing do meet. The purpose is so simple. Their message is visit Namibia, and each of the other countries, they say visit us. So when we showcase at ITB and or any other forum, we are saying we have got the best offering, which no other country can offer. And that is the message we have been giving out. And over the years, we have been saying Namibia is the safest place to be. And at this last ITB show, as much as we were coming out of the shadows of the passing away of our head of state, may he so rest in peace, we were telling the world that come to Namibia because we are a best example. The transfer of power happened within 12 hours, and it was peaceful, and everyone said, wow.
The previous video was contributed by Elaine Smith. Moving on, in our Community Talk segment, we take a look at the 13th Association of Municipality Undertakings of Southern Africa. Just stay tuned for this.
Neopaints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neopaints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neopaints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Now, the 13th Association of Municipal Electricity Undertakings of Southern Africa, AMEU, took place today in Swakopmund. AMEU President Ndwamato Muchidza emphasized the importance of stakeholders' participation in the TID rollover process. This video is by Precious Ngitwanabo.
The AMEU is encouraged by the work, as I said, done thus far, as the Minister has said, and we look forward to the regulator, of course guided by the policymaker, and all stakeholders towards the remaining rights become a reality. Because it's through them that you are able to extend that reach of ensuring that we are realizing universal access and access to electricity to the all part of our country, a citizen as such. We must continue, Electricity Control Board and NEMPower, to play your critical role, ensure that this becomes a reality. I call on all of us to commit to ensure that we play our collective roles, or collaborative roles between ourselves, business and government and utilities, towards addressing the energy poverty in this country and in South Africa. We might be value sitting at 92% energy access in South Africa. But if I tell you that in the city that I come from, I've got in excess of over 500 informal settlements, not people. Informal settlement.
In our story of the day, the World Intellectual Property, along with the Business and Intellectual Property Associates, held a cross-regional technical meeting. After the break, we divulge on this.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
Let's take a look at our story of the day. World Intellectual Property, WIPO, along with Business and Intellectual Property Associates, BIPA, held a cross-regional technical meeting addressing intellectual property, genetic resources, and traditional knowledge associated with genetic resources yesterday. BIPA CEO Vivian Kashiwangwa highlighted the importance of safeguarding the rights of indigenous communities. Let's take a look.
Collective presence here as WIPO member states underscores the importance of addressing the complex interplay between intellectual property and genetic resources and the need for a robust international instrument that strikes a balance between promoting innovation and safeguarding the right of the indigenous communities. As we prepare for the upcoming diplomatic conference in May this year, it's important that our deliberations are not only insightful but also constructive, fostering an environment which is conducive to reaching a fruitful outcome. Namibia as a country has been very proactive in the development of a legal and policy framework to protect traditional knowledge and genetic resources. These include the Access and Benefit Sharing Framework, which aims to ensure equitable sharing of benefits which are derived from the use of genetic resources and associated traditional knowledge. BIPA, in collaboration with WIPO, in September 2023 hosted a workshop on traditional knowledge, which was aimed at informing the traditional community and the practitioners how they can protect their traditional knowledge through the IP system. This, in our view, highlighted the importance of a knowledge economy on the traditional knowledge and WIPO's.
The previous video was contributed by our in-house journalist, Precious Ngitwanapo. Moving on, the Namibian Port Authority, NAMPORT, tabled its financial report for the 2023 financial year in Parliament yesterday. After the break in our economic news, we expand on this. Getting into our economic news, the Namibian Port Authority, NAMPORT, tabled its financial report for the 2023 financial year in Parliament yesterday, boasting revenues of more than 2 billion Namibian dollars and gross profits of more than 1.667 billion Namibian dollars. The authority was worth more than 7.2 billion Namibian dollars by the 31st of March 2023, with liabilities totaling more than 3.67 billion Namibian dollars, of which 2 billion Namibian dollars is owed to the African Development Bank. On the other side of the break, we take a look at our financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.88, against the euro at 20.44, against the US dollar at 18.69. 2 Namibian dollars and 60 cents gets you 1 Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, all major commodities went up, with gold at 0.27%, platinum trading at 0.96%, and Brent crude oil trading at 1.31%, going for $83 and 84 cents per barrel. Now, migrants whose asylum claims are rejected by the United Kingdom will be given 3,000 euros to move to Rwanda. After the break, we expand on this.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouth-watering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Getting into our international news, migrants whose asylum claims are rejected by the United Kingdom will be given 3,000 euros to move to Rwanda. The UK has already a plan in place which pays failed asylum seekers to return to their home countries. But the new measures target those who cannot return to their countries of origin, local press reported on Tuesday. The cash in exchange for moving to Rwanda is just another scheme in Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's ambitious plan to stop irregular migration. It does not replace the plan to deport illegal arrivals to Rwanda, which has been blocked by courts over concerns about the East African country's safety. To sidestep the court's concerns, the government introduced a bill which seeks to label Rwanda as a safe country. The bill compels judges to regard Rwanda as a safe country and gives ministers the power to disregard parts of the Human Rights Act. For accepting to receive deportees, Kigali has so far pocketed $300 million from London. After numerous court cases and international outcry, no deportation flights have taken off under the deal struck in April 2022. Prime Minister Sunak has vowed to press ahead with the plan. We'll now take a look at our weather predictions. Katima Mulilo can expect partly cloudy conditions with a minimum of 21 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 39 degrees Celsius. Oshakati can expect sunny weather with a minimum of 24 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 36 degrees Celsius. Handys Bay can enjoy sunny weather with a minimum of 17 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius. Rehoboth can also expect sunny weather with a minimum of 16 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 33 degrees Celsius. After the break, we take a look at our sports news.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with football news or soccer news first. It is Champions League action, and it is Arsenal and Barcelona that's through to the quarterfinals. Let's start with Arsenal. They played at home against FC Porto, and it was FC Porto that won the first leg 1-0. It was Arsenal that won the second leg at home, also 1-0. It went to penalties, and it's Arsenal that won the penalties 4-2, and they advanced to the quarterfinals for the first time in 14 years. And in the other game, it is Barcelona that beat Napoli by 3-1. That was at home. That was for an aggregate win of 3-1, also through to the quarterfinals. This coming weekend, the focus of football will be on the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, and Arsenal not involved in that, but they still lead the English Premier League. They've got 64 points together with Liverpool, and that is after 28 games, and they're leading the English Premier League on goal difference. On to tennis news. It's the Indian Wells or the BNP Paribas tournament being played in California. Firstly, on the women's side of the draw, it is number 1 seed Iga Swiatek. She's safely through. She beat Julia Putsetsava by 6-1 and 6-2. That was in the round of 16. She's through to the quarterfinals. Also, Maria Sakkari, the 9th seed of Greece, also advancing. It is Iga Swiatek that will now play Caroline Wozniacki, and Caroline Wozniacki played against Angelique Kerber, and she beat the German by 6-4 and 6-2 in the round of 16. In the men's side of the draw, it is number 2 seed in the men's draw, Carlos Alcaraz. He's safely through. That was after he got probably a scare when he saw that Novak Djokovic's number 1 seed was knocked out of the tournament, and it's Carlos Alcaraz that beat Fabian Morazan by 6-3 and 6-3. Morazan is from Hungary. And also number 6 seed, Alexander Zverev. He had a tough 3-setter against Alex de Minaur of Australia, and it is Alexander Zverev, the number 6 seed. He won 5-7, 6-2 and 6-3 to also advance to the quarterfinals. And to close off today's international sports news, it is rugby news from the Six Nations. In Britain, it's the final round being played this weekend. Still, technically, 3 teams can win, but it's mostly Ireland and England that's in the best position to win the Six Nations of 2024. Team news from England is that Emmanuel Feye-Waboso, he was very influential in England's win over Ireland the past weekend. He's cleared for a concussion scare, so he will be able to play against France. That is this weekend in Lyon. Tough away game for England. England can still win the Six Nations if Ireland lose to Scotland and don't earn a bonus point. So it's Ireland also having good news that it is centre Kieran Frawley and wing Calvin Nash. They're also both cleared from head injuries, and they will be able to play against Scotland. At the moment, it's Ireland after 4 games, 16 points. England after 4 games, they have 12 points. And Scotland and France, 11 points. And so it's all to play for this coming weekend. It's Ireland that will host Scotland, and it is France that hosts England in Lyon. That's international sports news for today. I hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
That was Ari Hochart with the sports news. And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, oneup2.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every weekday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am Glenn Rashipura, and this has been Sunset News.